Well, greetings. It's the weekend, and this is your update. And summer's in full swing. It's June. And this weekend, Timothy and I got to run his first 5K race. It was down in Denver at Coors Field. It was the Rockies home run 5K. Super fun event. Lots of fun. If you have a chance to do it, I highly recommend it. But don't wait around to do stuff this summer. The days are short. Days are long, but the weeks are short. That's the way it goes. And it's going to be fall and back to school before you know it. So take advantage of this time. It's really precious. I realized that we hadn't done an update on the store construction in a while, so I figured this week was the perfect time to do it. We've got lots of new people coming in to rent instruments for summer music, and folks haven't been in a while. And if you haven't seen it, here is a little taste of the video that I made showing the progress we've made so far. Check that out. Over here, this cabinet with the mirrors on it, that's where we're going to be having flutes. And the reason for that is we were talking with Angela, our shop manager, and one of her frustrations is when flutes are stored out in the air, they get tarnished. And then you have to disassemble them to get the tarnish because otherwise the keys will bind up on it. Well, by having them in this cabinet with the glass front that'll close, then we'll be able to segregate them and put some tarnish strips and things like that. So we'll keep that from happening. So that's just one of the really cool improvements that we've made out of this disaster. Another one this week, and it's not shown in this video because it happened after I recorded it, is we have solved our bow storage issue. And I'm just going to tease that there. If you want to see what we're talking about, come on by, check out the String Nook. You'll see what we're talking about. Then the next video in our shorts series on the Shires Day we did over at CU was talking about bell seams and where you locate them and how they're created and all that kind of great stuff. Matt Nishida will explain a little bit better here in this short.
When you make a bell, you start with a flat sheet of brass. This will get folded over on itself, and then you create little tabs in the bell. There, that's how you close it. And the distance of those tabs really define the sound and characteristic of the trumpet. And then also, when you fold it over, you tab it and then you braze it. Where you place that seam on the bell makes a huge difference. So most trumpets have a bottom seam here and it kind of runs at the bottom of the bell. You'll also find trumpets that have a side seam. So the seam will run this way and actually along the braces of the trumpet. But what a bottom seam does, it kind of creates a lot of good projection, good resonance. And what a side seam does is because it's running along the braces, it creates a little bit more width and breadth to the sound.
And this week I reshared, I made this short a while ago on 5 things that you can do to support your new musician. And the reason I wanted to share that this time of year is because we have a lot of new people coming in to get instruments for kids that are just starting over summer music, which is fantastic. If you have the chance to take advantage of those programs, I highly recommend it. It's going to be that great jump start that you need heading into the school year. But I thought that the content here was worth sharing again for people who missed it the first time around. So check out that short. The 5 things you can do to support your new musician. Realistic expectations. Should they practice every day? Absolutely. Are they going to? Absolutely not. Communicate with their teacher. Find out what the expectations are in the classroom and for home practice. Attend live performances. That's how professional musicians get inspired. Provide a supportive environment. Set aside space that is just for music making. Make sure you're getting quality equipment from a reputable dealer, and they're also going to be a great source of information such as so that was one of my wraparound videos, so it comes back around to the beginning of it. But great advice, if I do say so myself. And if you've got a beginner, come on and we'll help you out and get you sorted out with what you need. Then over on the Podcasting Store Medium page, this week I wrote about glitter bombs and fart spray. Well, what does that have to do with music? Well, Timothy and Sam are really into Mark Rober. He is a former NASA engineer who has a YouTube channel now encouraging kids to think like engineers, and he gives them challenges and demonstrations and things like that. Well, he has a series on what he was doing to defeat some porch pirates, and he made some glitter bombs, which also sprayed fart spray on these people. And I'm kind of spoiling a little bit, but if you haven't seen those videos, they're fantastic. Well, the interesting thing with that was Mark didn't stop at just making it. He made a new one the next year and the next year and the next year and kept improving upon it. Well, the lesson I wanted Timothy to learn because he was into it for the glitter was this is what musicians do, is that you're humble. You don't assume that you know everything and that you've got all the answers, but you keep iterating and improving and making changes over and over again after you learn something. And eventually you achieve something that's pretty close to what you're envisioning in the first place. And really important information and really important concept to master. So check out that essay if you haven't seen it yet. I think it's got some great content in there. So that is your weekend update. As always, thank you so much for watching. Comment below, let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch up with you next time. If you enjoyed the weekend update, do me a favor and follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channels, or visit our websites. This is Drew with Boomer Music Company and thepodcastingstore.com. Thanks for listening.